The goal of this presentation is to discuss the topic of destination marketing budget, how a tourism destination can set its annual marketing budget and what kind of principles and theories and basics you have to understand in order to do that. We can divide budgeting into two levels. There is strategic budgeting and tactical budgeting. Basically, the destination marketing organization or company mostly does strategic budgeting. So it basically, in its simple form, is just setting the total amount of annual budgets for each target market. The more detailed the marketing budget is, the more tactical it gets. In the final most tactical marketing budget, there are you can almost have weekly budgets for each different social media channel, for example. So it is really detailed and at a tactical level, but it's very rare for destination marketing companies to do tactical marketing budgets. It's very typical for organizations to work with media agencies and advertisers and so on, who make sure that the money you allocate them are spent in the most efficient way. But it is crucial for people working at the destination marketing organizations to understand where does that money go to and if it could be utilized in a more efficient way. Budgeting is all about understanding numbers. If you want to do efficient budgeting, you need to know what each of these numbers mean and what they actually do when allocated to marketing. The most critical thing is that you understand the customer information search process. So there are different kind of marketing in different kind of channels for various parts of this customer information search process. The channels you use for inspiration, for creating awareness, are completely different from the channels and methods you use to sell, for example, the trips to the tourism destination. You might want to start inspiration in general media, public relations, social media, even 6 months or even a year before the most of the tourists from that target market comes to visit your destination, and only 3 to 1 month before the actual anticipated visitation day, you start selling the destination to the tourists, for example, guiding them to websites that sell flights, hotels, accommodation, services, experiences in the destination. And each country for each destination differ regarding their customer information search process. So you need to understand each market really carefully to know how and when to target and how to allocate the budget for different markets. As I said, you need to have, it's very traditional in tourism that the destinations have different budgets for each national market. So especially with the national tourism organizations, but even more so with regional tourism destinations, for example, that the markets are thought about from very national point of view, that there are Russian markets and Estonian and Swedish and German and British markets that each have their own budget. Well then, how do you define the budget numbers? And this is quite an critical question. How do you know how much money to allocate to each market? As we already discussed in the lectures a while back, it is not easy to like focus all your resources, for example, to one market and neglect the others, because it might be difficult and more expensive to raise your awareness back in those markets that you have neglected. So you need to understand what is the goal of the destination marketing company in each of those markets, and especially the trends among all those markets. Are there outbound tourism growing? Is it worth investing more? How is the competition there? How is the tourism demand there? And also understand your market segment, not just from the national and demographic point of view, but also from the psychographic point of view. How many people there are in that market that would be interested in the destination that you are marketing. And also very crucial is to learn from previous years. Marketing is all about constantly learning about the effectiveness of campaigns, ads, and marketing in general. Calculating return on investments as well as you can for each market, for each marketing campaign, channel, and so on, allows you to compare the different kind of approaches and markets and campaigns. There is one very good paper on the course material about the calculation of return on investment in various marketing campaigns. But this is, let's say, already quite tactical budget that divides different kind of channels. Those are not probably comprehensive, but still giving a good direction about what kind of channels destinations have at their disposal and how they are used every month. What kind of channels you focus on each month when you know and understand how the customers are searching for and booking holidays or other kind of trips. These channels should already be quite familiar for you, but if not, you are free to find out information about them yourself. It's also crucial to understand that marketing needs to be agile. This means that you cannot focus too much on the budget you have planned. The budget is just a plan that helps you to prepare for what is to come and gives you general guidelines about what kind of things you are going to do during the next year in marketing. But as in marketing always, there will be new opportunities, changes in the marketplace, challenges, unexpectedly well-working campaigns that need backup from advertisements and so on, that make your budget go haywire, that makes you to rethink your complete budget about what you are going to do with the funds. If you encounter something that is working that would stop working because there are not enough funds for it, is something that you need to find money for. All the investments in marketing need to have some kind of return that you know that it is worth doing. Nowadays, there are so many good tools to follow the effectiveness of your marketing in the internet, but also on television and radio and so on. So you get a lot of information from the markets and marketing you do, and use that information to be as agile, as elastic as possible, and find out the best ways you can utilize the marketing budget that you have been granted. Thank you.